Greetings everybody and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, if you look really closely at the screen in front of you, like really closely, you'll figure out this isn't Fallout 4. And you're right, it's not Fallout 4. This is City Skylines. Have I stopped playing Fallout 4? No, of course not. I love the game. Have I quit? Have I thought the game's got the better of me? No, of course not. Couple of things though. One of the mods that I had installed has conflicted and has corrupted one of my save games. Now luckily I do have a lot of backups. I play a lot of backups on Fallout, so please rest assured the series is not dead. I do need to resolve the mod conflict. I'm 99% sure I know what I did wrong, but it shouldn't be an issue for me to resolve, so please don't panic. The second thing, I've actually moved out. I was living at home with my parents. I have, as of last month, or a little bit before last month, I have purchased this property. I now have my own flat. I live by myself. I can be as loud as I want. I mean, it's nearly 11 o'clock at night right now, and I can scream and shout and do what I like. And it's amazing. I do love living on my own, but it's been a bit of an adjustment period for me. So now that I'm settling in, I have high-speed internet, I have all my TV up and running, the place is decorated, carpeted, furnished, and now that I'm settling in, I feel like I can actually make time to record and play games again, which is exactly what I'm doing now. But I fancied a change of pace. I've always loved City Skylines, and I really wanted to give it a go, but I'm going to do like an ultra detailed city. Okay, I'm not as good as the professionals that you see on YouTube, but I'm going to give it a good go. I've installed a pack of mods. I've put on some unlimited money and things like that. And I thought I'm going to give it a go because you know what? I'm in the mood for doing something like this. I want something creative to take my mind off things at the end of the day. So we're going to start a new game. I'm going to go to Eden Valley. Now I've already thought of a name for the city, which is going to be Meyershavn or Meyershavn. Left-hand traffic, because let's face it, we are not barbarians. Apologies to any of my American viewers. I would apologise to the rest of the viewers as well, but I probably don't have any, so fair enough. So yes, we're going to be in Meyershavn, which is Eden Valley. We've got all of our mods and props installed, and this is where we're going to go. Now, I don't have a cup of tea with me, so I am being a little bit of a heathen. Instead, I was hoping that would make a really nice fizz there. Instead, I have Coca-Cola, so bottoms up. So the world has opened up, and I've forgotten how to live. How fun is that? Right, now I know loading this is going to take quite some time, so I'm going to pause the recording until this pops up. So bear with me just a moment, guys. Woohoo! We're in Meyershavn. Hey! Okay. Shouldn't have done that. I think I just put my voice out. How good. Right. So this is Meyershavn. Now I like this because I have a nice flat area to work with. I've got a bit across the river if I need to use it. And I have this hillside which I can start doing things with. Oh my god. I think I just did in my throat doing that. So, what we're going to do is of course start with the roads. Yes, we have milestones enabled. I think I'm downplaying my music a little bit here. The music sounds awfully creepy when you put the volume down. Never mind. So, I'm going to extend this road quite far. I'd say to about here. No, I'd say here actually. I'm going to do the same. Now what I plan to do with this road is take it this direction, out into this part of the terrain when we get there. But for now we're going to focus on actually having a city. I mean that is kind of the point. And we're going to branch out straight from here. So we're going to do a 45 degree. We're going to make sure it's completely straight road. And we're going to branch out from here 45 degrees. Okay, that's not quite as straight as I need it to be. Okay, that isn't a straight road. Excuse me. So that will bend it slightly. We'll go 2 points out. 1 point out even. That should then allow me to go straight down. Yes, it does. Perfect. So we'll go from here. That's the 1 point, so we'll go one more. Excellent. We'll also reverse the directions here. Perfect, so we have an in and an out. Now this can be two ways, of course. So 45 degrees. We're going to make quite a long estate. That's fine. And from here we're going to go up to here. We're going to make it slightly wider than we really have to. Now there is a reason for that, don't worry. Going to make an estate down here. And finally an estate up here. Now from this junction we're going to create a step over the bridge. Take this up. Yeah, we want a 135 degree angle. We'll take that right down to here. So we're essentially making exactly the same on this side as we do on the other. Like that. Again, this music is so creepy like this. I don't know what to make of it. See, how creepy is that? I feel like I'm in Resident Evil or something. Yeah, creepy. Okay, we'll just put that back to where it was. Brilliant. So we're going to start on this estate. Now, we're not going to worry too much about a profitable city. I don't want to create a city that's like minus $500,000 a week, because that's just not what I'm looking at. But what we are going to do is place our buildings manually. Excuse me. So if we go to the low density here, you can see all the houses that we can potentially place. They range from the level 1 all the way up to, you know, the top level buildings. So we've got plenty to choose from. Now for this estate here, to sort of enter the city, I do have one particular building in mind. If I can locate it, is a detached property. I mean, look at these. You can get really nice villas. You get little. You can even get the eco houses out of these as well. I don't know whether they have the same effect as their actual zoned counterparts, but I haven't actually tried them. To be honest, I've never actually built the eco-friendly buildings. Never have. I really should, to be honest, but there we go. That's a sin on me, I suppose. Now, there's one particular house that I'm looking for here. Has a decent garden sticking off the side. Nope, not that one. I mean, these are all the lowest quality ones that you can get, so completely understand these. Yes, it's these ones. Brilliant. Now, as you can see, this will bulldoze the building next to it, but if I go into Fine Road Anarchy and switch that on, you'll find it doesn't do that anymore. I can literally build over the top. I'm going to be using that trick to essentially build more than I'm technically entitled to. So let's put in the houses in their rightful place. So we can have 8 in a row here. One good mod I have is the force level up. Oh, go away. One force level up option. I can immediately level these buildings up, like so, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Because they're historical, they will never change, but they will remain level 5. I wish I could get rid of those, they're so annoying. There probably is a way, but I haven't looked into it. So again, this is one way we're going to essentially artificially jack up our population. And we're going to exploit this even further by using the Move It mod. Now, because I can squeeze these houses together, like so, so this tree is pretty much in the hedge here. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring all these houses painfully close together. I mean, they all have their own little backyards, they have little gardens, you know. I'll put that fence back towards the sand pit. And this is what we're going to be using to create a nice little residential neighborhood. So I mean, just these together I still don't understand that. Never mind. And we're going to go with coal power plant, mainly because the money is no object at the moment. Oh, it's saving. Oops. Oh, that's glitched out. That's handy. Excellent. And for water, we're just going to go with a water tower for now. It's not going to cause any problems. Well, I say that, and it probably will. Cool. Now we can supply water to the city from the old water tower here. Okay, so they have their first, essentially their first set of utilities. That's all we really want. Take this up here, very basic. There we go, the music's picked up. Now we actually have some people moving into the city. Bear with 1 sec. Sorry about that. Now this might take a few moments for people to get into the city, but what we can do with this lot as well, if we go and move it, I can select every one of these houses. Control C, and what do you know? We've got all of them all over again. Now this, I can put this one pretty close to the road there. Yeah, so that's pretty close to the road. I can put that in I can move that myself, to be honest. And let's take the move it mod, just shuffle that a few inches. I don't want this tree being in the road. That just looks a bit silly, really. Brilliant. Now I can select, let's say, 4 houses here. Control V, Control C, sorry. You know, we're going to double up on that house in the middle. There we go. Now, I thought they would paste down as level 5s, but they haven't, so we're going to have to manually do that again. Lovely. And now I could have swore there was one house here that I copied and pasted over. Did I really copy and paste it over so well I can't select it? It doesn't matter if I can't. No, that's fine. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. So let's copy paste 1, 2, 3 houses here. And okay, so these 3 houses here are just a tad too close. There we go, brilliant. That one doesn't even have a sand pit. Did they literally all have sand pits apart from that one? Yes, they all got a sand pit except for this poor sod on the end. Excellent, and of course we can go by and make them all tier 5s. Now I'm going to have some plans down the middle, don't you worry, I'm just going to leave that blank. But for this point in time, given the amount of pedestrians we have, there's nothing more I can do here. Nothing more. Okay, now we're going to create another estate here. This one is a touch smaller. I say there is a reason for this. And to bolster our population, these semi-detached houses are quite nice, but that's not what we're aiming for. Now, bear with me just 1 second, guys. There we go, sorry about that. Okay. Now, the thing is, I'm having a look at this now, and I'm just thinking there's way too many houses in this one little bit here. I mean, that's like 18 houses on a single estate. I think the estate is too wide. So you know what, we're going to have a little second think about this. So let's take away the edges here. I'm thinking I want the houses to be slightly more uniform, so what houses do we actually have here? I mean, that's the same house there, that's bigger. I want something one floor, that's for certain. Nope. I swear that was the same one as I just saw, but with a slightly bigger roof, I think. Well, that's way too big. And then we're into the very rich and expensive houses up this end. I don't need a drain pipe, I've already set one up. I think we might just have to settle for it, to be honest, these ones. I mean, these are probably the best looking ones I'm going to get, but fact is, I think these are a bit much, so if I set here, that's one road marking, and yeah, that would be another. So let's branch this off up here. Yeah, let's make this estate a little bit smaller. Even then, I think these could come in a tad. But then that's the boundaries of the property right there. I mean, there's still space to maneuver here. It's too bad I can't put a path down the middle and see what happens. Yeah, let's select all of these and move them out of the way for just a moment. Hey, that's the double house. I like the way the cars move every time you do that. And we're saving. Nice. So if I moved all of those here, that would only leave one spot going through, so yes, that's the point I need to build the road from, just there. Now if I take these 6 homes, they should fit like a glove. And that's a bit smaller. Not too small, but that's a bit smaller. I feel better with that. So sorry guys, but that's the end of your homes. Okay, so let's build. Yeah, I mean that's slightly bigger than one road marking, but I can live with that, that's not a problem. And we'll do the same on this end. Yeah, I think it creates a bit too much open space when it's like that. And that leaves us able to you know, let's put a concept on here. I'm thinking one big estate over here. So let's bring the road up to one marking. And let's see if we can plop a few high density residentials here. That looks promising. A tenement. Yeah, corner tenement. That looks brilliant. We'll take that. Should we give it a gap? Well, if we made this into a full-blown estate, we can fit, yeah, one perfectly on the corner. And you know what? We're gonna double and triple up on these. So, 26 households. Wow, okay. Yeah, during that break I took a little while ago, I did have to very quickly restart the game. Cool. So yeah, we are going to triple up on these. Does that sound crazy? Yes, it does. Yeah, that's pretty much the only good corner apartment that we have here. The Crest residence. Goncourt residence. Great. So that's a bunch of tripled up buildings there. So I'm thinking we have trees here. Maybe. Well, it stands to reason on this corner here we'll have the same thing. So we'll have a doubled up corner residence here. This will also get us flying through those early levels. Keep leveling them up. Again, they're historical buildings, so that doesn't matter. And again, we'll put one more down to triple up. The amount of tax I'll make from this is ridiculous. You see, I never understood when you've got a building that's, let's say, like this one. I mean, even bigger than that. I think it goes, even more ridiculous than that. Like this building here, and it's got 20 households in it. I'm looking at this building going, even if you had, say, 10 people on each floor, that's like 200 people, not like 60. So I think sometimes the population density is a bit weird. So hence why I'm tripling and doubling these up. I think it gives a more almost accurate representation, to be honest. So that's my sort of thinking behind it. That is the middle of the street. So can we fit another one of these tenements here? Well, these ones are tripled up, so yeah, so we can fit another set of tripled up residences here. Now that is a question. Now if I use the move-in mod and very gently just move that over a couple of pixels, that's it, now I can reach the one underneath. Grab that one, and move it just a tad, one more time. I can get to the one underneath, that's excellent. Do it again with this, so move that just a couple of pixels. And again, move that one pixel, brilliant. Now I want to leave some kind of green spaces, and because it's such a big residential, I want to leave parking. So is there another similar building, similar height that I can use? Well, this one. Yes, that can fit literally exactly in the middle. Oh, that's brilliant. That's actually brilliant. I'm going to place these the conventional way and upgrade them because arguably that, and Much less hassle than having to move each one a pixel. And of course we are going to double up on the apartments in the centre. Cool, and yeah, we'll double up on that. Doubled up there. I think doubling up on this one will be fine. Cool. Right, let's leave this to move in, because watch the population now. That is going to skyrocket. Okay, it's going to go down because we've just destroyed that small estate down here. I think the wires are disconnected. That's brilliant. Water, we're fine. So yeah, watch the population just like go to the stratosphere. I mean, there's Little Hamlet straight away. And it's starting to rain, which is nice. Yes, I can do industrial zone. I haven't put any yet, but I know I can. There we go, that's our first 1,000 people already. There we go, we're now Worthy Village almost instantly. I'm just dreading seeing all the cars coming in. Let's skip forward a couple of days here and just watch the population boom. So just from residential, our city is now profitable. I mean, every single one of them is stark unemployed, but does it matter? They're all paying taxes and none of them are working. Brilliant. Alrighty, fantastic. So let's start thinking about some industrial. Now, just to get started, I am just going to zone some very basic industrial units. I will customize these myself and make them detailed. Oh, hey, there's landscaping already. Fantastic. Now, just deleting automatically there. There we go. So we're going to just stick down some very basic industry. As I said, I will go ahead and make these more unique myself. But for now, let's just get some industry down. That is residential, and I don't know why. I think that must be stuck in the cycle somewhere. Fantastic. Now we're going to go out just a tad here. Now, landscaping. As you can see, the gradient here is a smooth curve, so what we're going to do is level the terrain out. So I'm going to get quite a big brush. I'd say 100, that'll definitely do it. And we're going to level out the terrain of this mountain. Not completely. We want it to still have some shape. But what we want is the mountain to be steeper. We want it to be a steeper incline, like we've deliberately dug into it to make way for building. There we go, so smooth this out. This is too gradual, so carve all of this mountain away, like so. And slightly round this corner. I'll stop at city limits because, well, why wouldn't I stop at city limits? Going to very slightly even out the shoreline here, not too much because we want it to have a dip, we want it to actually be a shoreline. But that's now spared up a lot of building space. We want spaces to build. It looks steeper, it looks a bit more jaunty. And so we can build here. We'll go halfway and does that look great? No, I think I'm going to go a bit further than that. So yeah, like that, that'll do. The police station, we're going to put the police station right here on the corner. We've got to make sure that has water. What's a police station without functioning utilities? And just for now, we need to wire it up to the city's grid. There's a reason I've put the police station up here, and that's because I'm future-proofing. The police station will serve better in the areas I build up here, as well as down here in the city. Now let's beautify this a fair bit. I mean, crime is ripe. Now we can fit paths in here. What the hell did I just do that for? There we go. So we have paths. Let's carve one right down the middle while the police are roaring around trying to do things. Now, since these are big developments and the traffic coming into the city, oh my lord, that is a lot of people coming into Meyershavn. Holy crap. Okay. We'll do the same over here. Now, as I was saying, because this is a very large place, I do have these parking districts here. Now, I'm looking for one that's 2 to 3. No, 2 to 4. Yeah. Perfect. And I'll put 2 over this side. See, these even have lights. And they're functional. People actually park in them. Rather than using the street all the time. That's going to be one hell of a traffic jam to dislodge, I'm telling you that for nothing. But now this leaves us with a few paths that we can mess with. Now, I'm thinking some trees to make it look a little bit nicer. Oops, the brush size is massive. Yeah, I like these birch ones, but I want to make a distinguishment between these two boundary lines, so let's find a fence instead. I know I can build canals, leave me alone. A modern fence. Yeah, quite small, quite dainty. We'll use that. And of course, put fence mode on, and we shall turn anarchy on. That's it, nice little fence. We'll put one over here as well. Two in the middle, one over here. That's going to need one. Like so. And we'll put one final line over here. Two, one, and then there we go. What we've done now is just mark the boundary line between the two. I'm getting the feeling this music is way too loud. Let's bring that down a bit more. Sounds a bit better. Okay, so we're going to put the trees in now. I think a line of trees along here. And of course on this side too. Just going to even them out. Hey look, all the cars are turning up in the car park. Looks like they've decided to use them at least. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trees. Oh. Noise pollution? Oh yeah, because the road is in constant use. Oh shit. Well, don't worry, not for long. You've only got a few more cars coming through, you're fine. You'll be fine, my friend. Okay. Now, I don't really want to put fences around these car parks because I think they look really ugly. I'll tell you what, let's divide this a little bit. If I do 3 spaces here. Yeah. There we go. That just looks like there's more path to get to the into the car parking area. So I'll do the same thing on there. Now those paths actually end there, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like it seamlessly goes into the car park. That's the kind of concept. Now what fences do we have here? Now no cork fences. They have a lot of good ones in this range. Yeah, let's put these ones. Okay, they're tall. That's fine. I think that gives it a little bit of colour in the neighbourhood. I don't know, they look a little bit out of place if I'm totally honest with you. Maybe I should stick with the short ones. Yeah, I'd expect those big walls around like retailers. I 'Cause 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 ' Yeah, that looks nicer, much nicer. Just need to make sure that gets put down properly. It gets really loud when I'm up close like that, so... That's a little bit more bearable. Brilliant. We'll do the same over here. Yeah, so that's 3 walls wide, essentially. And to save some time, we'll copy and paste that over here, because it's the same measurement, right? Yeah, and yeah, if that that's taken the greenery out of that a little bit. Sure, I can clean that up though. Yeah, there we go. Can clean that up a little bit. That's the terrain painter, in case you're wondering. It will trim a little bit out of the path, but it doesn't really matter too much. Perfect. These ones I can leave as they are, that's not a problem at all. Cool. Now, under the... I think it was plants and grass. No, it wasn't under that. I recall this. Wasn't underground tiles. Oh, where did I find it? Yeah, it was. It was under here. Cool. So we're going to put these little patches down. Grass patches. These will just fill in a bit of the blank space that we have here. Wow, that looks wonky from here. But the difference is minute. I'm not going to cry too much over it. Yeah, I'm not going to cry too much over it. So it's a little bit wonky, who cares? Okay, no, that's definitely not going to work if I do that. Okay. Nothing for here. We've got some flower beds which might work really nice. Yeah, we've got flower beds to add a little bit of pizzazz to the area. Fantastic. And back in our vegetation and landscaping, I don't know about you, but that looks really inviting. If I had like an apartment up there, I'd be very happy. Oh yes, I completely forgot about the landfill site. My bad. Whoa. So let's next, let's build another up to here. And we'll put a landfill site in. There you go, landfill site. Now we can deal with garbage. All the garbage. Cool, so those guys can come back, they can deal with the garbage, they can sort that out, not a problem. Let's copy and paste this over because these areas are more or less identical, so just turn that upside down. Copy paste. Put all those in, brilliant. Brilliant. If I had an apartment in there, I would be so happy. This place looks amazing. Just taking a stroll through there. It's all open, it's brightly lit. I imagine during the summertime you'd have a absolutely amazing view out of those windows. And at night, I also think you'd have a great view. Oh, hello. Oh, I've disconnected the power. Whoops. Oh, that's where he's getting power from. I wonder what happened there. Whoops. Okay. I'll pretend I didn't do that. And I think the school is the next important thing, so I'm thinking we can stick with being, you know, pretty symmetrical. Yeah, if we had, yeah, what we'll do is we'll have this as an avenue to approach the school. And the elementary school can go slap bang right in the middle. That also gives me a little bit of opportunity to give me opportunity to make it more personal. 75 elementary students, is that literally it? 107, okay, it's picking up, it's picking up. Cool. So we've got the parking here. Just to give the school its own estate. Let's take it around the back here. Yeah, I think that's pretty reasonable. That's a good size for like a school area. So kids are going to go flocking to this school, but let's face it, it's not really safe, is it? You've got a tiny fence here. It's not a particularly safe place to be if you're a child. What the fuck am I even talking about? Let's make this a little bit more inviting. So it's probably going to have a playground. I would be inclined to believe the playground would stretch over this way. So let's increase the size just a wee bit. This part here can also be gravelled up. Actually, you know what? Let's actually make this out of dirt, because who wants to fall on hard concrete? Yeah, I think that's good. Cool. So now we need to put in. So we've got some swings. Let's put in some different swings here. Children's rides. Well, they look like those little playground pony things that you have, so we'll put those in there. Not a problem. A spinning wheel. I think we all had one of those in school. I didn't have one in school, but I had one at the playground near the end of it when I was a child, so... And we've got another one of those slide things. Well, they have one there, so that's fine. We'll leave that as is. Okay. Now, this place needs to be fenced in. I'm not going to use that because the sharp barbs on the top, you wouldn't want your kids climbing up that and getting torn to pieces, would you know? So I think we go with a standard wooden fence. I'm sure we have some wooden fences. Grey looks a bit too dull. Yeah, I'd say that. A brown fence. Let's start here from the edge of the school building. We'll take it right to the corner of the playground. Yeah, screw it. We'll take it right to the very edge. I think these swings are a little bit too far up there. Lovely. We'll fence in the area here. I'll have to extend the gravel. We'll fence across the back here. And yeah, we'll run the fence all the way around the back here to the car park. I need to extend the gravel just a tad and extend the paving just a tad here. Brilliant. Yeah, we're leaving this up. Yeah, that'll do. It's got grass on one side. Doesn't matter really. Though that part of the sidewalk will annoy me. It's the one problem with the terrain painter. It really screws with your sidewalks. Okay, it's gonna have a thick sidewalk. Who cares? There we go. Joins up with the school. Brilliant. Now for here, well, if you're coming to pick up your little darlings from school, stands to reason you'd have a car park. Have I got a 2x3 here? Yes, I do. And a 2x3 would actually take me right to the edge here, which is handy. Okay, so if there is an industrial fence blocking the side here, I think we can follow suit here. Industrial fence. Yeah, so we can put an industrial fence around the back there. That's too close to that, I think. That'd be a bit of a health and safety risk for our darling children in the school here. I'll extend the paving by another tile so it runs up to the fence. Absolutely awesome. Yeah, so you pull up, you park your car here, you go around the back here, you pick up the children as they're leaving school. Everyone's happy. If you're out in the playground, you've got your teachers hanging around here. They can watch if anyone comes in the front gate. I think all round that's a pretty successful deal. Now we need a couple of trees to liven this place up a little bit. So let's get some trees down. Go back to single trees. And we'll line the back of these with trees, why not? Let's mix in a couple of other types here just to give it a bit of variety. Okay, I think that's a bit too many, I think. Yeah, move these back a little bit. Bring one over here. That's better. A bit more spread out. A bit more, I'd say, natural. Not that there's anything natural about city skylines, but that is the school just there. For parks, I think it would make sense to have a few off the edge of the school district. So there is actually one here, aptly named Playground. A small playground or large? It'd have to be a small playground. So I can actually put these off to one side. Cool. So the residential district has some parks now. Just a couple to get started. It goes well with the aesthetic of the area, so they'll be a lot happier. We've got some industry going down. That is one fast police car. Holy crap. What was he going to? Not very many people on the streets though, because there isn't much to do. In fact, we have no retail whatsoever. But that is what I'm going to build next episode, okay? We have all the this stuff set up. I have a question. I was about to say, why are the bin collectors not getting there? That is because that bridge was one way. There we go. Now the bin collectors can get out there. I wonder what they were doing. One little mistake like that, and you wonder why your cities become paralysed. Cool. So I'm going to let this city run for a little bit off camera. Might do a few little tweaks here and there. But so far, I think Meyershavn is coming together very well for a starting community. We've made a nice picturesque area for young upstarts and young families to get started. We've given them the first bits they need to start a new life here in Meyershavn. And I think we're beginning to reach the trappings of success. Alright guys, I will see you in the next episode. I hope you've enjoyed. If you like what I'm building and want to see more, then of course hit that subscribe button. You'll see more of it in due course. But until then, I will see you guys in the next one, and peace out.